The updated scouting report. This kid has been something special the last 2 weeks, and now we're going to take a look at 4 games. The games against the Magic and the Pistons and the Denver Nuggets and the Miami Heat. And we're going to examine what exactly has made Tyrese Maxey special this year. So see here how he rejects the screen and he's able to pull up the jump shot right there. I think he's a better pull-up jump shooter than he's given a little credit for. And I like how he's able in transition to find that corner pass. And he really does a good job of angling screens. This should have been a foul as he draws the contact of the defender. And then here he gets the deflection. He really had defensive tools at 6'7", and he's really turned on defensively over the last couple of games as well. And here again, masterful manipulation of the pick and roll. Look how he uses the hang dribble, and then he's able to find the corner shooter again. This is what you need from a point guard. The ability to keep your dribble alive, to be able to find your teammates. Here again, masterful pick and roll coverage, able to burst through it and get that tough 2. Look at that step. See how that step manipulates the defender and is able to get him off just a little bit defensively? That's advanced and rare skill. Really, it's kind of like looking at Devonta Smith of the Eagles. Just with that excellent footwork, the understanding of slow to fast. It's something that he was really working on. And you can see that in this game, he just was able to use it to pull back against the Denver Nuggets. Here he's able to set a screen and then get a screen for himself, and that allows him to take it into the heart of Nikola Jokic, the likely MVP of the league this year. Here he's able to get the ball again in another double screen scenario, and he's able to hit the mid-range jump shot. He's actually shooting 47% for the field, and I believe an equal percent for mid-range. There he gets the goaltending after attacking the basket. So here another DHO, and he's able to get the jump shot to fall. Here another floater. He really does like that floater a lot, and although percentage-wise it might be in the 40%, it's still a nice little avenue, and it allows them to lob up to the top, the centers. And here the court vision to be able to find Bradley cutting at the rim. Processor Tony Bradley, we'll miss you. And then here's that hang dribble again and able to knock it down from 3. Just that dribble, and if he gets that shot consistent, that ability to explode to the basketball, as well as his ability to just use his dribble, if that jump shot becomes consistent, I don't know how you're going to guard this kid. Because he's just so explosive with the rock in his hands, and he lulls you to sleep, and he's able to get to his spots on the floor offensively. Honestly, he should have been the one to be the 6th man this entire year, to be honest with you. There he sets up Matthias for a 2-pointer. And then here's the other thing that's interesting to me. Tyrese Maxey, it's in such a short sample size, but he looks so good off the catch and shoot. Here he is again with another pull-up, and it just looks nice. When he has time to pull up in a line, he's pretty solid. Taking a little bit of time before the next clip uploads, which I believe is going to be that game against the Atlanta Magic. And the reason I chose the Atlanta Magic game is that I wanted to show you his progress from that day that he had against Denver and what he's been doing as of late. Because you might have heard a lot of people, and you heard Doc Rivers talk about how he's progressed as a playmaker. And I'm going to talk about that in these few clips. you're going to see how Tyrese Maxey has developed as a playmaker and as a point guard, and it gets me really, really excited because, you know, if you've heard me and if you've heard Run It Back Nace and DJ Eastwood and a couple of others, you've heard us for a while say that the ball handling position is crippled, you know, because of the situation. It is what it is. And for a long time now, we had to watch Ben dribble the ball 30 feet in the rim with no recourse. But now, with Tyrese Maxey's development, the Sixers have an in-house solution to this problem of who's going to be our point guard. And so we're going to discuss, with this clip, we're going to discuss what Tyrese Maxey is doing better and different from what he did in the Denver game. So right away, do you see how he's able to find that pass to Milton for free? Just that desire to get that kick-ahead pass. And he's able to finish in transition here. Ben Simmons gave him a similar pass in the first Orlando game. And it's intriguing how Tyrese Maxey can also double as an off-ball option. And here's where he really improved the defense as he forces it out of bounds on Cole Anthony. And I like how he's able to spot up for free. We saw this in the first Orlando game and in the Detroit game, where Tyrese Maxey is really hunting out that corner. And I think that Danny Green is a part of that development. And right there, that pass to Korkmaz. Look how he manipulated the pick-and-roll coverage to be able to get Korkmaz open. That is rare stuff, and that's exactly what you need. And if he gets the speed ball at 35%, if this is 35%, he will be the starter next year. And there again, another skip pass to Isaiah Joe. He really loves that skip pass and is effective with it. Here you see another horn set. And then he's able to blow right in for the and-one layup. He really does a great job manipulating screens. Here he is off another screen action and is able to pull up the mid-range. And here he gets an open three-pointer for Milton. You know, Milton had 9 assists in this game and it was so shocking. Tyrese, again with that little spin into the mid-range shot, hit the mid-range jumper is money. And you know, because it's money, sometimes I feel like Tyrese plays a little bit of a boom and bust style. There you see that Euro step into the layup, that's really great. But sometimes I feel like Tyrese always attacks the rim. When he has such a reliable mid-range shot, I like him to mix it up a little bit more, and he was able to mix it up in this game, but I'm feeling like, you know, he had 24 in the first half, and he only really made 1 bucket, and it wasn't that the shots he took were bad shots, it was that he was attacking the rim the entire second half, and it's like, dude, you got a mid-range shot, you can use it. And here again, the defensive coverage helped the bench, and that's really nice to be able to have a long-arm guy like him help out. And here's that play again with that dunk. Oh, that was sweet. He had a similar type of dunk against Detroit too. He's just a unique threat in transition. And I like that little hop step in the lob, the b-ball ball. There's just so much about Tyrese Maxey that's exciting. And just the presence of mind to flip that to Korkmaz. And here again, manipulation of the dribble, and then he's able to pass to the shooter and Tolliver. Because he has a threat to drive, that opens up those kickouts. And the fact that he's really good with those kickouts, that bodes well for his ability to play point guard. So the next 2 clips are going to be with Tyrese Maxey with the starters, because a lot of people wonder, is this for real? How is this going to translate with the starting lineup? I'm going to show you, because he has started 8 games, and he has played other late games. He has played quite a few possessions with the starting lineup, and it translates as beautifully as I thought it would. Tyrese Maxey is the healthiest and best point guard that Joel Embiid has played with in the Embiid era. I'm going to phase it and start it with it right there. The first game is going to be against the Detroit Pistons. Obviously, this was one of the latest games. So right here, you just see him working this pick and roll with Embiid, and this gives him an open floater, and that shot is going to be open for him every time with Embiid. Here he's able to get the rebound, he's able to push it in transition, and this gets Tobias Harris an open look. So the same push and transition that you would get from Ben Simmons, you'll also get with Tyrese Maxey. Here, he calls it the deflection. And then, look how he's able to get this layup. It's because he has that 3-point shot now that he can get the defender to close in on him, and he can drive to the bucket with his advanced handles. Tyrese Maxey in triple post threat. I don't know how you can stop this kid as he gets the jump shot. There you can see him draw the defense in and kick it out to Dwight Howard for the jump shot. He's just playing with so much more poise as a point guard, both offensively and defensively, actively helping out. And you see here, it's a very similar play. He doesn't get the foul on this one, but triple post threat catching the ball. He has a unique threat on this team that no one else has. And now he's adding this catch and shoot game. Like the things I've been seeing over the last week and a half, it's just, oh wait, I need to redo that one over real quick. Or I'll just explain right now. That dunk for Joel Embiid, right? As Tyrese Maxey catches the ball, because of the triple post threat that I was talking about, the defender has to close out on him. The defender will never close out on Ben Simmons. That will never happen. Embiid will not get an open dunk from a Ben Simmons possession. We saw that. Ooh, this dunk. We saw that in the Brooklyn net almost collapsed, right? How Ben Simmons wasn't able to get it into the post. But with Tyrese Maxey, he will be able to get into the post to Joel Embiid on an everyday basis, especially if he's shooting 35% from three. He shot 33% in May. If he's able to get that 3-point shot down, he is what Embiid has wished for and what I wish for this entire time. Sorry that I kind of got caught mid-analysis because I was thinking of one clip and then the next clip showed up. But that pass to Embiid is what I want you guys to remember, because that is why Tyrese Maxey needs to be in the starting lineup next year. I've had enough of dribbling the ball out to the 3-point line and not getting any action. I need a live ball guard. Someone who credibly, for real, is a point guard. So he is able to get that rebound and tip it up to Danny Green. I like that effort out of him. That's the other thing too. Tyrese Maxey plays the game with a lot of effort. And here you see a nice little horn set with Embiid and Simmons. Simmons didn't have the best roll, but can you just see how easier it is for Ben to be a roller off the ball and Tyrese Maxey to handle the basketball? A DHL for Mike Scott will always be hilarious, and equally hilarious is that it actually went in. And here he's able to catch the ball off of a Ben Simmons pass and then kick it out to Mike Scott. Oh, Mike Scott isn't hitting that shot often, but good presence of mind. Here he catches the ball from Embiid, they go into a pick and roll, and like I said, that floater is going to be open every time for Tyrese Maxey. I read a stat by someone on Twitter that Embiid is shooting 68% on Maxey passes. I have no way of clarifying that, but on tape you can just see the very natural chemistry between these two players. And that's the most important thing. Joel Embiid is the best player on this team. So players that complement him and players that make the lineup better with him, as you can see this post entry here, this defender, he left a little too late, but you really can't leave with Maxey shooting 35% because it isn't only a shot, he can drive off a pitch out too. And then you see again he's able to take it to the layup because Embiid is on the perimeter. So these two, their offensive games naturally fit together. Live ball guards fit with centers. Generally anyway, Clint Capella would get a bunch of lob passes from Maxey. But when you get a skilled center like Embiid, and you have someone like Tyrese Maxey on the perimeter, the offense will explode. So this kid has shown me so much, and again, you really can't leave him. They did leave him, and Embiid makes that incredible and one. This was a 48-point game against the Heat. But if you do leave him, he's going to burn you. And that's why he was able to get another and one situation. This relationship is exactly what Philadelphia looks for. It's exactly why we traded up for Markelle Fultz all those years ago. The mid-range jumper, the three, his increased and improved passing vision, his increased defense. Now here he's able to just hit this free ball off of this catch right here. And that's the other thing I like about Tyrese Maxey. It's the X factor, the will to win, the competitiveness. This is what we've been missing for the guard position in the Embiid era, and we finally have it. So next year, he's going to be a starter. All due respect to Seth Curry, all Seth Curry can do is shoot the free ball. Tyrese Maxey is a free level scorer if he's shooting at 35% from free next year. If he gets that, he is the bona fide starter, and I'm looking forward to seeing this relationship develop. Because I love watching it. I can just tell you, watching that Orlando game, you saw the scoreboard. We scored 128 points. It's so relieving for a live ball guard. That's how I'll end it. We have a live ball guard. We have a top-of-the-line starting point guard in a Sixer uniform. How long has it been since we said that? Since Allen Iverson. And this is just great. I think he'll live up to my Gilbert Arenas comparisons from the beginning of the year. Let's go Sixers. Let's make this playoff run.